Guau, la estoy acabando ya casi, pero ostras, estoy tardando mucho más de lo que me pensaba. Pero está quedando guay, Mira, 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 mira.
A ver. Gusto puro, mamma mía.
Un ovni. Ah, no. Es una casa voladora. ¡Buah! Bromas de 1 céntimo. O sea, ¿en qué momento?
¿Qué vais a hacer con eso?
Pero es como raro, es como el futuro esto, ¿no? Un poco.
Ya. Tiene la mano así.
Sí.
Entonces, y como tienen prendedores porque los dos de aquí es donde tienen la moneda.
Sí.
Entonces,
I said, okay, my infatuation it translating to another form of what you call it.
Found is that in the presence of certain emotions that we would call negative emotions. Now, I don't really like to use that term, but I'm going to use it to be clear on what we're talking about. So when we talk about emotions, or hate, or jealousy, or rage, or frustration, those that we would typically consider as negative emotions, they have an effect on the DNA within our bodies. And the effect is that in the presence of those, actually the coil is tightened. It's tightened like a little knot. And that's important because when it is tightened in this way, the DNA does not express to its fullest capacity. So the negative emotion, the coil, and prevent the DNA from expressing the fullest capacity of whatever it is that it is expressing, whether it's our immune response or our anti-aging hormones or whatever it is. The DNA simply cannot do its full complement. What the positive emotions do. Positive emotions actually loosen the DNA. They relax the DNA. So these are the emotions of compassion, gratitude, appreciation.
Pues estoy jodida. Porque esto ya lo sabía, pero a veces me olvido y digo, guau, yo tengo mazo de emociones negativas y cosas. O sea, que auxilio, ¿sabes?
Those kinds of emotions actually relax the DNA within our bodies and allow that fullest expression. Knowing this, the scientists wanted to see what effect human emotion from one would have upon DNA that's not in that person's body, but it's in this special container that was designed. So that's the experiment. Here's what they found. The human DNA was isolated, and in the of the positive emotions, in the presence of the gratitude, appreciation, love, and compassion, what happened was the DNA actually began to relax, and it relaxed so much that it began to unwind itself. The two coils began to unwind as if the DNA was about to replicate itself and produce a new strand of DNA in the presence of positive emotion. All was gratitude, appreciation, care, compassion, and the DNA was responding in such a positive manner that the DNA acted, again, as if it was about to reproduce its aging and to trigger the healing mechanism within our human body. Every organ in the human body is now documented under laboratory conditions with the ability to heal itself. Even the organs we were told, brain tissue, spinal cord tissue, heart tissue, pancreatic tissue, all of them now are documented with the ability to reverse disease and heal themselves. The key is they must be given the right conditions. Conditions already exist. When you hear that they're already available, there's probably a question that immediately comes to your mind. It's probably the same question that came to my mind when I discovered this technology and that the solutions have already been created. Is where are they? Why don't we see them in the world right now? Why aren't we seeing them in every nation? Why aren't we seeing this technology to create the clean energy? Why aren't we seeing the food being distributed the way it needs to be distributed? Well, the answer to that question, crisis, very few people are talking about. It's a crisis in thinking. We've got to change the way we think before all of these solutions can make sense in our lives. And unless the thinking allows for the possibilities, the solutions simply aren't.